Guys, it's Christina with the Geocache family, and welcome back to our channel. We are a small family-run nursery and cut flower farm. We're in our first year of actual business and sales. We are in Colorado, growing zone 5B, and we are in a greenhouse. We have plans of also growing outside of the greenhouse for a U-pick this year, but it is still too cold to do anything outside yet, and that will hopefully be within the next few weeks. I came out to the greenhouse today to plant feverfew. Let me show you. The oldest actually just made this bed this morning, and we're supposed to be getting more snow again today. My godpop and I were just talking, and we were saying that the apps are saying it's raining, high humidity, and stuff like that. My hip, my knee, they are definitely saying that something is happening, just not here yet. So this is all we got done today. So the feverfew was still in its tray, and I actually thought I had lost it. I had covered it on this table when it was still in its tray here with the second green frost cloth that I had, and it must have gotten too hot, so any of the leaves that were touching the frost cloth burnt. But it's been off for a couple days now, and it recovered. So I went ahead and put a half bed of it in. We are probably going to have to succession plant this, so I think I'm just going to leave this open, and then I can start some more in a couple more weeks. It's weird, I hear water outside. Hey! No, sir. No. I planted all of the ranunculus this morning and watered them in and then covered them with shavings. They have been out here for a few days now. The second time around. First time around they had been out for a few days too, but we dropped to negative 35 below, and we're 20 degrees warmer in here, but I still thought they were small. They weren't as big as some of these guys. That was taking a chance. There is some damage on a few of them, but I think they'll be okay. So I got them planted and watered in, and we should be good. We are pushing the boundaries of this greenhouse in how soon we can plant stuff out without using the heaters. Of course, heating greenhouses is ridiculously expensive, and we are just not in a place, especially it being our first year, to be able to take that on. So in that vein, this is the status, and some of it looks good and some of it not so much. So I'm just going to keep watering them and see what they do. I have enough that I can come back in here and fill it back in because of that negative 35 below night that we had. I think it did kind of affect some of these guys. It affected some of the snapdragons, and it did take out a lot of the stock, even though inside the greenhouse it was not negative 35 below. But it was another prolonged week of very cold temperatures. The poppies are loving life, so definitely I can get poppies out here very early, no matter how stinking cold it is, and they're fine, especially if I cover with shavings. They look great. So these are all mixed poppies. I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the seeds and start them because I had such poor germination, and I may make another bed on this side of poppies, but we'll see. The chamomile also is doing great. It's actually already getting new growth. He's happy. So chamomile can definitely come out early. The stock, I had all different ages out here. I had 3 different successions, and I don't know what these are going to do. Last year I planted the stock out much later in the season, and it did okay. I mean, I got, one stalk of stock on each of the, I think I had like 10 plants, and that was fine. But I wanted to hopefully get doubles this time, and they prefer cooler temperatures. So I did order, because I only have a few seeds left of one variety. I did go ahead and order some more, just so I can take those throughout the season, hopefully, but we'll see. All right, so snapdragons. Again, there is some damage on some of the leaves, and they're just kind of pale. So these guys I am going to start more of, and then I can come in and tuck around these as it warms up a little bit, in the hopes of getting successions of these. Last year I shared that we had our baby lambs in here, and the bunnies in here, and they got out of their hutches. They were in regular hutches. We didn't have them in this cage like behind me, that's lined with wire at the bottom and stuff, because we thought we had all girls when we moved here, and surprise, we didn't. And so we were scrambling for infrastructure. And so anyway, they got out of their hutches and they ate the snaps to the ground. It was super sad. So they came back, and they did great. And so I'm really not super worried about these guys. So we'll just watch them and see what they do. Bells of Ireland, which are new to me. These ones are making me so happy. They look great. Look absolutely wonderful. Now the tulips, they're starting to come up, but unfortunately when Naya made the bed, she didn't leave enough space, and so they're coming up right on the edges of this, and so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna go, but they are starting to break ground, which is kind of nice. So I'm just gonna keep watering the heck out of them, and I may have to shade them a little bit just to try and get them to get taller. But hey, psst, get out of there. What are you doing? All right, so sweet peas have not come back in spite of a week full of watering. So definitely killed them. And the second round I started have not germinated. They actually smelled really bad. Yeah, no sweet peas. So I'm going to try again, especially with us having this cooling system and these fans. I can keep it cool in here, that I think I can keep them going. But I gotta just get the dang things to germinate. Strawberries are starting to green up. They are looking really good. So I'm excited about that. We're gonna try to at least, hopefully maybe this weekend. Actually, the oldest is working. We need to put our little walkway there and our little walkway here, and then we can kind of hill up this side a little bit as deeply as we did that, and go in between like my strawberries and the sweet peas and the rhubarb if it came back. We'll probably keep the rhubarb and the raspberries together, but get the walkway set up, and then we can start doing our beds in here. So the middle section, we decided we're just going to do long skinny ones like that one right there, and just take them all the way back with the different varieties of flowers that we're going to plant back here. So other pressing thing, I think, is we've got to work on this storefront. With us opening up to have a Mother's Day grand opening. I invited some other small businesses to join us and just do kind of like an open house party kind of thing. And I need to set up this front space so that it looks like a store and so that people can set up their tables and chairs to just share about their own businesses. So the biggest thing first is I need to get plants moved. Like, okay, this is my elderberry and she's already coming up. So I need my husband to help me get holes dug. The Russian sage is going to go outside. The rose is going to go outside, I think. The little trees that we brought with us from the springs, that was from my favorite tree that I planted at our old house, can probably go outside. That's just a dead plant. I don't want to keep the Virginia creeper because we have some on the property and that's more than enough. And I do not know if the valerian has made it through the winter. The valerian and the comfrey are those two. So I need to get water in them, and then if they are alive, I need to get them in the ground. This one is definitely, she needs water. She's ready. I wonder if he's got this hooked up. I think I'm going to try and get them some water. Just empty pots. Don't know if the butterfly bush made it, and I think this one just needs trimmed back. This is my sage, so which I can also plant in the ground. Get the sticks out of here, and then we just need to level it. We're going to sweep that off and then lay this out so that it looks like a floor. It's all we can afford to do this year. The nice thing is that, you know, water can go through it, so that helps. It is March 4th, and I'm already looking at the calendar and stressing. I keep asking, where are the days going? Even though we crawl into bed so dog tired. Dog tired. Every single night. Anyway, today I am tackling balcony mix petunia up potting. They're getting angry, and so we got the new soil in, and it's still a seed starting soil, but it has nutrients added to it. One of my favorite YouTubers uses the Coco Loco, and so I wanted to try it, especially because she's local to where I am in Colorado. So she is my inspiration and hero in a lot of respects. So anyway, I am trying to take the teeny tiny ones out, and I will put them in one of these until they get bigger, and then separate these bigger guys and get them into this. I didn't go with this size because they're quite a bit bigger than those guys, and I'm running out of room in the house. Mom and Dad got me 2 racks in the garage, and my husband just got lights hooked up onto it for me, and we moved the coleus, gosh, my hair's a mess, sorry, the coleus, the petunias, and I think a tray or 2 of pansies out there too. And so after these guys get it potted, I will go ahead and put these ones out, and I think I have 2 more pansy racks over there that I need to take out also. And then that gives me room to start some more stuff and move things around, and you know, the joys of trying to figure out demand and all that fun stuff. So anyway, let me start working on this, and then we'll go up and check the seedlings in the greenhouse. My downfall is definitely out of sight, out of mind, and especially when I'm having bad health days. I don't want to move out of the house. And so it makes it hard to stay on top of things outside of the house that need taken care of. And so thankfully my godpop, he has been turning the lights on and off for the seedlings in the garage. And I'm doing the watering. And then he's been watering greenhouse number 1. And we're going to set up greenhouse number 2 today so that we can direct seed the peas and carrots, and we're probably going to just start with those for now. But anyway, up potting day for sure. I got to get these guys transplanted, and then I need to get my carnations and sweet williams put into beds in greenhouse number 1. I think we can get one more small one in before we have to stop building beds and finish the storefront, because all of the tables that we got need to be moved into the storefront. And then I have another half of a greenhouse that I can build beds into until we move the bunny girls back outside for the later spring and summer. And then I can till the rest of it, and then we can keep going. But we're not there yet. And so it's still a lot of logistical Tetris, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. So anyway, that's it for now. I will take you guys with me later on today. I have been out of the vlogging side of things because I just needed to get stuff done. And so I did start buttercrunch lettuce and campanella. I think that's how you say it. Candy tuft, borage, cilantro. I did do my 3rd planting of stock because I'm pretty sure I killed the ones in the greenhouse. So anyway, oh yeah, I can move marigolds out too. 3 trays of marigolds. Those can go out to the garage now, which gives me space. I do have to fertilize this weekend too. So anyway, lot to do, always. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a while. Well, I'm glad I turned the camera on. I was just going to show you guys how cool these gelatin capsules are for holding my seeds, but I saw I left a seed in there, so it's a good thing. I only got 10 seeds in each capsule. Anyway, this is from Park Seeds. That's how my begonia seeds came to me. Thought it was kind of neat. Now I gotta get this little guy out of there.